Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. It is Sat Chat time. It is that time of the week where we just chat. We talk about what we've done, we talk about what we're going to do, our hopes, our dreams, and our crafty ambitions. This is not a tutorial. I gotta get creative with my disclaimers, right? So people don't tune in like, well, I thought I was gonna learn something today, but I guess I'm not. No, you're not gonna learn anything today. Sorry about your luck. You're not gonna learn anything today. So this has been a crazy week. So, oh my gosh, where do I start? This is actually the second time I've tried to film this because I got to the end and I talked for 27 minutes, friends, and I was like, oh, I forgot to mention this and this and this and oh my word. So I don't know where the time went or what I talked about, but it seems like I forgot some pretty good things. So anyway, last week, to catch you up, last week I had my mammogram and I was just hoping I wouldn't get called back, and I didn't get called back on Friday, so I'm like, that's great news because I had it Thursday afternoon. But Monday afternoon this week, or Monday morning, I got called back to come in, and it wasn't from my doctor, it was from the scheduler. I'm like, well, why? What did you see? Can you tell me? She's like, I can't give you any information. I'm just like, this is just what I've been told. And so I called my doctor. So I'm like, do I need to do this? Do I need to keep this appointment? I mean, what's the deal? It's like, well, the deal is I couldn't really see everything. You have dense tissue, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I would keep your appointment, Lindsay. I wouldn't blow it off if I were you. So they could see me Tuesday at 1. So I took that, went in, they did the mammogram, still couldn't see what they needed to see, did a ultrasound, then they said, hey, yeah, that looks all right, like cysts or something. And they said it doesn't meet the criteria for a biopsy, so we'll see you back in a few months and take a look at it again with an ultrasound, and if nothing changes, then you're good to go, and if something does change, then we'll biopsy it. But right now, everything's fine. So I was kind of very panicky. It was kind of very, I get very nervous about doctor stuff because I'm just, I'm a very healthy person. I take care of myself. I don't like to go to the doctors, and yeah, and I'm kind of a hypochondriac. So you just mix those things together, and yeah, I'm not used to going to the doctors very often, so yeah, I do get a little like stressed out and you know, when I have to go. But everything's good. And then so this week I had so much that I wanted to do this week. I had a freelance project that I had to get done. It was some artwork for a catalog, and I thought, oh, I'm going to wrap that up on Monday and get that shipped out, and then maybe finish up some like one of the courses that I have in the works for my Teachable school. And then I was like, oh, and I also want to get Critique Club filmed because I'm going away next week to the going out to the pond, and I don't want to have to like scramble to get that done when I come back. That's this, by the way, and I'm actually going to upload this early so it's up there while I'm away, so you can access that. And I really like how it came out. It was for the World Watercolor Month prompt dance, and I actually really like how it came out. It was a little bit like frustrating at times. At some points it was just like so easy breezy, and then other times it's like, why did I do that, you know? And then it's like, I wish I had an undo button because I would go back like 5 steps and just call it done. But you know, that's not how traditional art works. And so I got one of the projects done for the catalog, and then the first couple of days of this week, I was too nerved up on Monday to get any real work done other than some like video editing and just kind of computer puttery stuff that I had to get done anyway. There's just kind of like a busy work kind of because I couldn't really focus on anything. And then Tuesday, the day was broken up for my doctor's appointment, and it was also Prime Day, so I was trying to find some decent deals. Because you know what? I have to say, I'm kind of disappointed with like the whole Prime Day thing because I think part of it is that on Amazon, a lot of art suppliers haven't really increase their prices that much, even though everything else is going up. So I mean, they're obviously absorbing some costs, so I don't think they had that much room to drop their prices more for Prime Day. But I did notice a lot of them up their prices like the month leading into it, so that they could say like, oh, it's 25% off, or it's this off or that off. And all this stuff, like if you click on Prime Day deals and you click over to arts, crafts, and sewing, for some reason they're all lumped together. Nothing there. Everything there was just kind of the generic white labeled stuff that really wasn't that interesting to me anyway. I wanted to find better quality stuff, and so I only wanted to link stuff that I've used or like if it's not something I've used, it's something like a ceramic palette. It's just a different design than the ceramic palettes I have. But for the most part, it's like I want it to be something I've used, something I reviewed, something I would recommend at full price. And, you know, so, and something that's an actual deal, not like they marked it up $10 last week so they could put it $10 off this week. So it was very difficult to find many things that fit that criteria. I did though, and actually the laundry detergent sheets that I bought were on, they were on sale for like $7.60 something. It was probably about $7 because they had another coupon off on it. And if I was going to be home, if I knew I was going to be home, like when they arrived, I would have ordered them. I just don't know, like I won't want to sit them for a full day on the porch in case, I don't know what happens if those things got hot, you know, it's like when they fuse together and so it's one big brick of detergent instead of like sheets, I don't know. And plus I wanted to definitely use them. I've done a few loads with them and so far so good, but I wanted to kind of use them a little bit longer, you know, have a few cycles of wash, especially towels and things like that, and make sure that it really is getting them clean before I go like ordering a bunch of them. But I think they're going to be really good for sending to college with the girls. So anyway, I was keeping my eyes there, and I made a list on my community tab on YouTube, because when you're on the community tab and you see like the picture or whatever, you only see like the first couple sentences of the post of the text. So that way I could say, warning, this is going to be an Amazon Prime Day deal list. If you don't want to be tempted, you don't want to see it, don't click. Just like scroll by, because that way nothing would show up until like they've hit the show more and then the whole post shows up. Because I do know, you know, a lot of people are trying to cut back, they're trying to save, or they're just trying to do a no-buy, or, you know, just to kind of avoid temptation. But then I also know there are people that are teachers and they're trying to stock up for their workshops and their classes, and or people that wait all year to spend their money, you know, to see if what they need is on Prime Day before they go buy it elsewhere, just to, you know, to make every dollar count. And then so I just posted on my blog and on Facebook that that's where my list was going to be. If you want to see it, click over there and look at it. That way it doesn't hit you, blindside you from nowhere, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm tempted, and I didn't even want to see this information. So it's kind of like a shopping trigger warning, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what it is. So that went, I mean, that went pretty well. I found some decent deals. I'll show you what I got. It wasn't Prime Day. I actually bought this last weekend. It was my birthday, and I kind of hemmed and hawed, and I've been watching this product for like, for a couple months. It's a Sennelier Paris Collection pastels. It's 120 half sticks, and I like the half sticks for a couple reasons. For one, you get a more assortment for your money, and also because, I'm going to show you what it looks like, because they're not wrapped. And Sennelier pastels, I like Sennelier a lot. They're not my favorite. My favorite Schminke. Sennelier is my second favorite. But my qualms with Sennelier is when you buy the full sticks, sometimes they're crumbly when you take the wrappers off. So this way, being unwrapped, they are, they're, you know they're not crumbly. Somebody had to put them in there. You know, I think sometimes when they get wrapped, they get broken. And I'm not opposed to broken pastels, but I am opposed to when you take the wrapper off and all these little crumbles come out and you lose a bunch of your media because of the crumbles. So this, I think, prevents that, and you get more of a, oh, aren't they pretty? You get more of a good usable product, and then it's less work, so you don't have to break them and you don't have to unpeel them and stuff like that. And it comes in a nice case. So I've been watching this. Regular price on this was like $187. I think that's what Blick's charging. That's probably not regular. That's like Blick price. And I think the regular price is probably closer to $300, but it was $120, and my friend Rosie gave me a gift card for my birthday, and so I'm like, oh, I'm putting that towards this purchase, because I hemmed and hawed and I wasn't going to do it, but then when I got that gift, I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to get with it. That will be, I've been wanting this for quite a while, and so I got that for myself for my birthday. So in case you're wondering, everyone's like, oh, Lindsay, I hope your floors are gleaming, if you have gleaming floors. Friends, I do not have gleaming floors. I think my children thought I was joking. I got this. Look at this. Isn't this funny? So my son got me this for my birthday, and it was funny because he has this one that's like it's like this longer, like a rifle, and this shoots like these little starch balls. They're like, if you remember like this toy, they were called like Orbeez. I don't know what you did with them. They were like these gelatinous balls. They're kind of like boba tea balls, and they would look like little beads. You'd soak in water. I don't know what the point of them were, but anyway, they're like this starchy material, and like, let's see, I don't want to make a mess, but let's see, what can I shoot? Let me see. What can I shoot? Okay, we're gonna shoot This is my palette collection. Let's see, can you see that? I'm gonna see if I can shoot the letter O. Let me put my new glasses on. I'm gonna see. There's no sight on this one though. I'm gonna see if I can shoot the letter O. Wait a minute. Oh, gotta turn the safety off. Ah! Whoops. Oh! They bounced ricochet. It ricocheted back at me. Okay, this is not an indoor toy, guys. Do not use this inside. I'm gonna put the safety back on so I don't shoot you with this thing. This is an outdoor toy. Look, I got my mom glasses on. Look, don't I look like a what do you call it? A voice of authority? Look, voice of authority, sexy librarian, huh? Voice of authority. These are my new glasses. So yeah, so after I filmed Sat Chat last week, my glasses came in. These are my fancy bifocals, and I'm getting used to them. And the lady was like, you should get up, you should wake up, and you should put them on first thing. You'll have to let me know in the comments below what you think of these. I know I've got that light reflecting in there, but I think they're cute. And you know, don't you hate it when you have to pick out glasses and you've just had your eyes dilated so you can't actually see what you look like? Oh, that light's reflecting in there is really bugging me. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. Ah, I can't make it stop. I can't. Is it that light? Maybe it's a different light that's reflecting in my glasses. But like, so your eyes are dilated, and I can't escape it. I can't escape it, guys. Oh, now I've changed everything. I've changed everything. It's a madhouse. It's all going sideways here. That's too cool. There we go. Oh, there. It's a little darker, but maybe... No, it's still reflecting. I'm going to go off to like this. Hello, I'm a librarian. What book would you like to check out today? We're just going to take those off. So anyways, your eyes are dilated, and I think they do that so you can't see the price of the frames. Like $500. Yeah, I think that's why. But no, so you can't see what you look like, and I'm just like, I need glasses. I just want to pick something, you know, and I kind of wish, and I hemmed and hawed. I was like, do I want to get progressives? Do I want to get bifocals? Do I want to get reading glasses? Do I want to get something just for distance? Because my eyesight's not that bad. Distance, I see fine. I see fine enough to drive. I see fine enough to wear sunglasses and read outside if it's nice and bright. But like if I'm looking at trees far away, I see more blobs than leaves, and I put those on and I see leaves far away. And they're the close-up stuff, like the bottom part of the lenses, it really helps with like reading small labels and things like that. So I kind of wish I got just readers, but I think I'm going to order just a pair of readers where like the whole glasses are that prescription, because I think I would really enjoy that for working. And I've tried over-the-counter readers, and because of my astigmatism, I've never been able to find ones that really work that great. So I think I'm going to order some that are just like for close-up work, reading glasses, and but I'm trying to get used to them, and the thing I'm finding really difficult is the way it warps shapes of things. So I was doing this painting the other day, so it's like a cup of coffee. It was for the, I don't know if the camera's gonna focus on that. Let me just put it in front of my face. Hopefully it will focus. So that was for the World Watercolor Month prompt Strong, and I'm working on it with my glasses on, and I'm like, what happened to my circle? It looks like an oval now. And I'm like, it kept warping. Like as I'm looking at it, it kept warping. And I'm like, I know I drew a circle because I used a little circle template to get the inner circle. And then I drew the outer one freehand. And I'm like, why is that? It keeps warping into like an oval, or like just like a wonky shape. And it was so frustrating, and I was so aggravated with that. And I posted it just because I didn't have time to do anything else for that month, that day. And when I do a challenge, it's like, I don't skip a day. I'm like really like, no, I am completing this challenge. It would be like major issue if I skipped a day. And so I posted it, and so many people were like, oh, I thought that was a real cup of coffee. Why is somebody posting a cup of coffee in my feed? And I'm like, what? I just see the wonkiness, and I'm seeing like all sorts of janky business in that. And I was like, wow, eye of the beholder, friends. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, I guess. The first thing I did after I got my glasses, it was funny because the eye doctor called, and so my glasses were ready on Friday. It was after I filmed Sat Chat, and I started working on this World Watercolor Month prompt, and I had sketched it, and I'd put the background wash in, but then when I came back, I did all the detail and stuff on the bottle. So I feel like I was seeing a lot better. Let me just kind of bring it in like that. I really like how that came out. That way. I really like the way it came out, and I felt like I was seeing a lot better with those glasses. And yeah, it just takes a little getting used to, you know, because like it just kind of like distorts distorts shapes a little bit. So like I'll be looking at my phone with my glasses on and it's like, it's a rectangle, it's a parallelogram, it's a trapezoid, what is going on? What is life? It's a madhouse. You know, it's like, I'm not used to this yet. I have driven with them and it's fine. I was too afraid to drive with them after I picked them up at the eye doctor's. I waited until I'd started the day with them. And I think it's going to go pretty well. Maybe I should have got progressives. I don't know. I think the wonkiness would be worse with progressives, and that's what I'd heard, that it takes longer to get used to those. So I also went with bifocals, plus they were like half the price. But I don't know. I might try them at some point. But I think I would almost rather have two sets of glasses, like one for close-up and one for far away. But I wanted the ones that were like bifocals that were supposed to kind of be all around to come from the eye doctor, just to make sure that they were like fit to my face and the lines were in the right place and everything. But I think I'll order some readers from like Zenny and maybe far away ones. I don't know, maybe just some readers because I can see well enough to drive far away. And I have those, so I don't know. Medical stuff. There's so much medical stuff, man. Eye doctors and boob doctors. The whole gamut. Well, not the whole gamut. Well, actually, I did have the other well checkup too. So yeah, we're good. We're good. It's all been checked out. Healthy as a horse. My dad, on the other hand, though, Wednesday morning I had a call from my mom that my dad was in the hospital. He broke his hip. So I've had my phone on me. I'm waiting to hear if he can have visitors. He had surgery yesterday. I've been like completely bugging my sister like every couple hours, like, any news? Any news? Any news? What have you heard? You know, and she's holding down the store. She works for my parents in their hardware store, lumberyard, building materials business. And so she's there holding down the fort because, somebody's got to, right? And so mom's been in the hospital with dad, and dad's at the store every day it's open. And he had fallen out of his wheelchair. He has MS. And he's an elderly fellow, and he went into the hospital because he had to go in for some regular stuff anyway, plus he had fallen out of his chair, and they didn't x-ray him or anything. They were just like, well, that's just part of the MS. And then he fell out of his chair again, and Mom was like, no, you've got to go back. She's like, I'm not going back to the hospital. I mean, funny where I get this, I don't want to go to the doctor type attitude, huh? Apple is not fall from the tree. Fall far from the tree. There we go. Fall far from the tree. I feel like we ought to zoom out. This is a little too much Lindsay up in your face here. So yeah, he went in and they did an x-ray because Mom made him go in, and come to find out he broke his hip in like 3 places. So they had to send him to a bigger hospital than where he was that had a little bit more I guess capacity for that sort of surgery. And so he had surgery yesterday and he's doing well. I talked to my sister last night, and we're just waiting to hear if they're going to allow visitors, because I know some hospitals will have a situation where only one person can come in, and I know Mom's staying with him and he wants Mom with him. So yeah, I'm just playing it by ear, and luckily where we're going next week is fairly local, so I'll be able to drive down if they say he can have visitors or whatnot. So yeah, just kind of like on that, when you have somebody sick in the hospital, you're just kind of waiting, to hear, what's going on, when can we go see, does he want visitors, can he have visitors, it's just that kind of like wait and see things. But I'm glad he got through surgery, and because anesthesia is always really, that's it's kind of a scary thing for anybody, especially as you get older and if you have any other complications. So hey, send me some positive vibes. This is too far away now. I don't even know. What are we doing? I told you that's up in Critique Club now, right? I don't know. It's the second time I filmed it, so I don't know what I've said and what I haven't said. It's madhouse. What else? So I think I'm going to have, like, once the kids all, like, gather, once those freeloaders get back from yard sailing and whatever else we're doing today, I think I'm going to set everyone an assignment. I think I'm going to have Jackson mow the lawn and have Maisie put away dishes because I washed them this morning, have Lila vacuum and mop, or maybe, I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm going to give everybody a task because I do not want to come home to a messy house, and it is scary. It is sketchy. It is scary upstairs. Man, oh man, this has been a crazy week, and yeah, I think it may have not been a wise choice to decide I was going to do a daily painting challenge this month, but you never know. It's usually like summer months are my slower, easier months, but then I have that nasty habit of taking on extra work when I seem to have a little bit of free time. that sometimes comes back to bite me, but I do have my stuff all ready to FedEx out for that catalog project. And oh, and the Michael's class is up for you guys to sign up. I will put the link in the video description. It came up a couple days ago. It came up on the Michael's page, and it is a free class. It's watercolor, and we'll be using metallic watercolors. And it's also a really great way for you to test out different products that you have. So it's kind of just a fun, relaxing project that's free, that the whole family can enjoy. So if you've got kids, you've got grandkids, you can have that on and do this project together, or you can do it live with me and then you can teach them, spread the love. What I really like about it is that, and it's kind of piggybacking on a class that I did here on my YouTube channel where we painted feathers. It's that same idea. But we're doing like metallic paints and mixing metallic with some ink tints, and just kind of like, just kind of seeing the versatility of those things. And the nice thing with that, if you're doing it with kids, is that after you make the feathers, you can cut them out and make mobiles, you could make bookmarks, you could do lots of different things with those, and kind of get a little three-dimensional with them. It's just kind of fun and easy and just relaxing. And don't we want that in the summer? Some fun projects like that. But anyways, that's going to be August 15th. At 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe. I'll have the link in the video description. You sign up for free. Sign up if you're interested. Even if you can't make it, I would still recommend you sign up, because it tells Michael that, like, yeah, we like Lindsay. She's a good teacher. We'll have her back. And, you know, it just sends those messages. I just realized I didn't even put on any jewelry today. Oh my word! I usually throw in at least a cute necklace or some earrings or something. Man, it's been it's been a week. It's been a week. I'm not even all together. Oh, something fun happened yesterday. So, as you know, my daughter and I rented this booth at this local shop, and they finally opened up. They were supposed to be open up July 1st. And so I, scrambled to have everything up and ready for July 1st. And I got moved in, but then they weren't ready to, they haven't had the other vendors move in yet. And they were also putting some of their curated products into that location, because they have a thrift store. That used to be that company's thrift store, but they moved it to another location. And this was going to be more of a boutique and marketplace where they had artisans and some of the better stuff from the thrift store. So finally this week they have it staffed and open for the regular hours. That's Win-Win in Brewer, in case you're local and you want to check it out. And it's in the old Van Rieman's building. If you're from around here, you know what I mean. And so I got a message from Lila, who's working at Win-Win, and she said that there's somebody that wants to come in and meet you if you're going to be at your booth. And I said, well, I got stuff to bring down. I can be in on Thursday. And so I get there yesterday to drop off some paintings, tag and drop off some paintings, and there's this family checking out, and I thought this was the person that I was going to meet, but it wasn't. It was somebody else from Ohio. Oh my gosh. And they're such a sweet family. And this woman, Tara, she's like, oh my gosh, can I get my picture with you? And she was so cute. And she posted it on the Lindsay's Frugalites page. And she was so nice. And it was so funny because she wasn't the one that contacted me to see if I was going to be around because she wanted to meet me, which is so weird. And so that was kind of funny. We had chit-chatted for a few minutes. And then like I started tagging some products. And then like, so this other woman, Janet, she was up vacationing, and she's like, I'm not sure what time I'm going to be there because I've got 100 miles to drive. I'm like, honey, I am not worth driving 100 miles for. Let me just tell you that. And she's like, no, you totally are. I'm like, well, no pressure. Oh my gosh, what is she expecting? I better get something I can juggle. I don't know. So anyways, she determined she'd be there around 11, and that worked fine for me because I had stuff to do in the morning. And then her and her friend Jean arrived, and it was fun. We visited for a bit, and yeah, it was just nice. It's weird. It's kind of weird because, and the woman that owned Win-Win, she's like, I didn't know you like were famous or whatever. She's like, I didn't know you had like all those followers on YouTube and social media. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I just don't talk about that very much in real life, and I'm just a mild-mannered artist hermit in real life. I don't know. God, that sounds awful. That sounds so like conceited, doesn't it? Ugh, gross. Sorry for being gross. Ugh. But anyway, so that was this week. That was a nice, really fun little bright blip on the week. A fun little interaction. It's all about the connections. You know what I mean? It's funny. It's funny. It's like my connection to have a space in that vendor space was because my daughter started working at win-win a year ago. So this store is kind of neat, in case you probably have heard of thrift stores before, but this place is actually teams up with like charities, like I think it's like 30 different charities, and when people donate, if they're donating something like really high value, they can say, I want this, I bought a bunch of Sizzix dies. Somebody had donated a Sizzix machine, tons of dies, and it was probably like $1,000 worth of stuff. And so if you're donating like a big thing, you can say, I would like this to go to, like, say, the Humane Society, or, you know, this or that. And so when I bought those dies, they either will have a charity they're earmarked for, or you pick the charity you want you want half of the sale to go to, which is kind of cool. So that's how the thrift store operates. With a vendor market, obviously, they'll take a cut, but then the majority of that will go to the vendor that's renting the space there. But it's just really cool that, like, you could donate stuff to them, and then like half of whatever they raise goes right to the charity of your choice, or the person buying its choice, which is a really great way to support local charities, especially. So I thought it was kind of a neat idea. I mean, most thrift stores are charities, but this one is kind of cool because you get to pick what charity you want the proceeds to go to, which is really cool. So if you like literacy volunteers, or you like the Bangor Humane Society, or you like different programs that deal with substance abuse or mental health, or whatever it is, you have, you get to kind of do good. It's a win-win, if you will. So that's on South Main Street Brewer, the boutique. The thrift stores on Route 1A in Holden, which is on the way to Bar Harbor if you're going from Bangor. So a lot of tourists go by that. But anyway, yeah, that was kind of cool. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm sure there's other things to chat about, because I talked for 28 minutes last time. I ran the clock down. I was down like 8 seconds left. I'm like, oh, my camera's gonna shut off. So that's pretty much it. It's been a crazy week. It's been busy, but I'm looking forward to floating in the pond next week, and yet also being ready to drop everything and head down to see my dad if he is taking visitors. So, and if he's allowed to have visitors. I have no idea. I heard there's a big wave of like the COVID variant, the Omicron variant 5 going around, so hospitals may not be letting people just waltz in willy-nilly these days. I know when I had to go in for my ultrasound after my mammogram, there was, you had to go in to reception and you had to wait in line and get a wristband before you could go anywhere, and you had to, like, if you had a face mask on, you had to like take one of their face masks. They didn't want your outside world janky face mask coming into the hospital. You got to have one of their fresh new ones to go in. I'm not like making fun of that. I'm just laughing because it's like, oh my goodness. Because before you just wander in and go to whatever department you go into, it wasn't like, I don't think there was like checking in, or I don't know. It's been so long. Seriously, guys, last time I was at the hospital was another like mammogram, gotta go get a second opinion type situation. So it's been like 5 years that I've set foot in the hospital. So protocols probably would have changed anyway. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the chat. I'd love to hear what you're up to. Let me know in the comments below. If you want to comment on anything I've said today, please feel free to do so. I probably won't be that well, you know what? I don't know. I'm not promising anything this next week, because I'll be on vacation, but I will try to keep my eyes on Teachable School, because I do know that I have a lot of new students, so I don't want to leave anyone hanging in the wind. And this is up in Critique Club if you want to go check it out. It's a fun one. It's fun, it's challenging, but it's really great. Using 2 colors and just playing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye!